This is going to be a really quick video talking about the relational operators and relational expressions. So let's take a look at the relational operators in C++. These you've seen before, most of them at least, less than, greater than, and so on. One thing I do want to point out, and this is going to be really hard to get used to, is equality in C++ is expressed in the double equal sign, not the single equal sign like you've been using your entire life. So that's going to be really tricky for everybody. Not equal to, we don't use that quite as much, but that's the exclamation point with the equal sign. So we use relational operators to construct relational expressions. Okay, so for example, 3 is less than 4. This relational expression reads 3 is less than 4, or 4 is greater than 3. And then here, this is an example of using that double equal sign to express equality. By equality, I mean whatever's on the right is the same in value as to whatever's on the left. Okay, in this case, we're comparing a variable value to a string here. One more thing here, just in case, one thing I notice with students is a common mistake is to flip that sign accidentally. So just always remember the alligator wants the bigger meal. The alligator wants the bigger meal. So if you just kind of keep that in mind, you can never really go wrong. So let's take a look at some code briefly. Basically, a relational expression will evaluate to true or false. Okay, so for example, I have a relational expression here, 4 is greater than 3. That is true. And so what I would get at the console is a 1. We talked about Boolean values. They are true or false, but when you print them at the console, you get a 1 or a 0, which is fine. That's not important here. So we would get a 1 printed at the console there. This expression is false. 4 less than 3. Okay, that's not true. That's false. So we would get a 0 at the console. So again, relational expressions evaluate to true or false. Now getting to this equal sign thing, I want to make an important distinction. We have been using the equal sign, the single equal sign in this class so far. The single equal sign in C++ is for variable assignment, meaning assign the variable in question, in this case school, the variable on the left, the value that is on the right. Okay, or, kind of in layperson's terms, we, put MVCC in the school variable. So that's variable assignment, assigning a variable a value. Okay, that's the single equal sign. Now that we're getting into relational expressions, we're going to be using the double equal sign to express equality. And by equality, we mean, are these values equal? Is what's on the left the same in value as what's on the right? Okay, so here I've assigned the school variable the string MVCC. Okay, that's variable assignment with the single equal sign. Here I'm comparing, I'm asking, is the school equal to MVCC? Is it the same in value as MVCC? If that's the case, I'm going to display the welcome message. So that's the difference between the single equal sign and the double equal sign. This is going to be, as I said, I keep saying this, but it's true. It's going to be hard to get used to this. So do your best and realize that mistakes are going to happen. That's fine.